Welcome to Mindset Monday. Today, we're going to be talking about the emotional root behind hormones. And I'm excited to dive into this. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Katrina Potter. I'm an integrative holistic life coach, an essential oil specialist, emotion code practitioner, and a speech language pathologist. And I bring together all of my background and understanding of how the body works to share with you the emotional and the physical supports that we can provide our body based on different health concerns. So this week, we're kicking it off with talking about hormones. And so on Mindset Monday, we're going to talk about the emotional component. And then on Wellness Wednesday, we're talking about more physical habits. So the intention is for you to join in on both these videos. I'm going to try to keep it very relevant information and in a short, concise way so that we're wrapping up in about 10 minutes, but I want to share with you some information. So what I understand about the body is that our body is signaling either a warning sign. If there's something going on, either emotionally or physically, our body will whisper or it will yell. And it just depends on what it needs to do in order for us to listen. And so sometimes we don't hear the whisper, so our body has to yell. So I want to share ways that you can deepen your understanding of what those symptoms or those signals might be in the body so that you can understand and take more empowerment into your own hands. So a couple of resources that I think are great. And with any tool, it's just a tool. So I'm not intending this as like, this is the thing. It's cool. So check it out. Louise Hay she has a lot of really cool books and just cool way of thinking of things. So this book is called Heal Your Body. And in this book, she breaks down all of the health, not all, a lot of health concerns and talks about the emotional root, and then also provides a positive affirmation or a new way of possibly thinking to support that. And then the other book that I think is great is Symphony of the Cells. We're going to talk about that more so on Wellness Wednesdays, but there are some protocols in the Symphony of the Cells book specific to essential oils that are helpful emotionally. So I do want to share that these are two references that you might want to look into adding to your toolbox. And then I'm also going to share today the emotion code chart, because that also brings in the framework for how we're going to start uncovering the emotional aspect. So those are just a couple of tools. And I mentioned last week on setting the foundation video about how energetic moves through the body. And so if you haven't watched the foundation videos, I do think it's important to go back and listen to those to kind of, I think it'll just integrate the information that I'm intending to share even more so. All right, so let me share with you the emotion code chart. Emotion code is a way to use muscle testing to identify trapped and suppressed emotions in the body. It was created by Dr. Bradley Nelson. It's a great resource, and it is something that I do in my private coaching business for individuals that are wanting to move some energy that might be trapped in the body. And so what I want to just share with you for my intentions for today is row 6. So what you'll see in this chart, and hopefully you can see it okay, but what you'll see is there are different emotions that come through when it comes to the reproductive organs. And so what you're going to just take away from looking at this is our reproductive organs typically hold these trapped emotions: humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm, pride, shame, shock, unworthiness, and worthlessness. So the question would be, which of these jumps out at you when you are looking at your own emotions? What of these is trapped? Now, in an emotion code session, we'll muscle test and release these, but you can use this tool for your own inquiry of what is the emotion or emotions that are showing up that feel a charge when I look at them, and then we'll work on releasing them. So I'm going to do a couple hands-on activities today that you can integrate in and to support your body from a hormonal perspective. But I think these are great. So as we're looking at these emotions and we're looking at how our body is responding emotionally, we can help our body, support our body with what it's needing. So the first thing that I like to do is find an oil that pairs. Now, there is I don't have it right here to show you, but there's a book called Essential Emotions that gives you the emotion and then the essential oil that would best support your body from an emotional perspective. Now, I'm very passionate when it comes to using essential oils to use high quality. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, I'm very passionate that you use doTERRA's oils because they have such a high quality standard, and it allows the body to really use it from a health standpoint or from a therapeutic standpoint. So their testing is certified peer tested grade. I'm very passionate about that. So as you're listening to this, I want to just understand that I'm assuming you're using that oil. Okay, so what I would suggest is an oil. You can look that up in the book, but today I'm suggesting bergamot and cassia. Those are two oils that are great for supporting the body. If I'm kind of looking at this of we have these emotions that are buried in, and cassia and bergamot are good ones to just help with a feeling of sense of worth. So what I would suggest with that is taking the oils in your hands, applying them on the lower abdomen to support that. Now, there are also, if we are looking at more repressed sexual trauma, that can show up as reproductive organs as well. So we look at that emotion code chart, kind of thinking of, okay, this is I'm seeing some things that are showing up. Now, the other aspect of that, if you are looking in the Louise Hay book, is hormonal issues is suppressing the feminine within us. And so oftentimes we are in such a state of fight or flight because we have a busy schedule or because there's a lot of things going on. And so we kick into more of a masculine energy, which is like the go, 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 which can suppress the feminine energy. So that just is more, again, a state of inquiry of like, okay, what is showing up? And maybe it's a lot of them. So what I am going to have you do now is a meditation and visualization, whatever word you want to use, but to just ask your body. And I'm going to show you how I I feel like it's easier sometimes to show by doing. So I want to show that. So if you're in a place that you can close your eyes, awesome. If not, come back to this part of the video and do it at a time where you can close your eyes because you want to be able to see that. So I'm going to just do it as I'm going to do it with you, if that makes sense. So the first thing whenever I'm doing a visualization is to get grounded. And what that means is just make sure that you're sitting in a way that your feet are touching the ground. And you want to just get into a sense of stillness. So you're going to want to take some deep breaths. So I'm going to walk you through that. And then we're going to do the visualization, do a little body talk, so to speak. So go ahead, put your feet on the ground. You can hold your hand on your chest if you want. Take a deep breath in. So I like to do breaths of 3, 3, and 3. So a deep breath in for the count of 3, hold it for 3, and then exhale for 3. So deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, hold it, exhale. Now I like to do that 3 times. Deep inhale for the count of 3, hold it, and exhale. One more time, deep inhale, hold it, exhale. So I want you to now just ask your body to send signals to you so that you can identify what your body is needing to support your hormones right now. So we're just going to hold space for our body to send signals. And then we're going to ask our body if it will talk with us. And I want you to allow your mind to bring up one of the words that you saw on that emotion code. So maybe it's humiliation, maybe it's worthlessness, low self-esteem. What is the word that is standing out to you right now? And I want you to ask your body if it will show you the age or the time or the life experience where that emotion became kind of like a part of you, where you chose to believe that time. So maybe you have an image that's showing up. Maybe you can see something in your childhood, a way a person was talking with you. Maybe there's something that happened while you were at school. Just try to visualize that part or that time in your life. And then once you have that visualization, I want you to lock that in. And you, as at the age that you are right now, I want you to come into the scene. So you'll see your childhood self, and that maybe it's you can see someone else in that time of your life. Okay. And then you're going to approach the child within you and ask, can I have a conversation with you? Allow that little girl or little boy to see you and accept a conversation. And then as you are thinking about, this is the time in your life when you chose to take on the belief of worthlessness or low self-esteem, I want you to have a conversation with your inner child. What is it that you want yourself as a child to know? You get to reshape the belief. So if you're holding on to the belief that you're worthless, this is now the chance that you get to talk to your inner child. Maybe he or she just heard something really painful that someone else said. Now is the time that you get to have a conversation and let your inner child know that anything that any other person says is just a reflection of their own insecurities. It does not need to be your identity. So this person gave you an identity and you accepted it, and now we're going to give that away. So whatever comes to your mind that you want to say, I like to say thank you for surviving that, but you don't need to hold that anymore. So you can set that down. And your new belief is that you're so worthy, that you have so much worth, that you are accepted. Whatever it is that that little girl or boy needed to hear, now is the chance that you get to hear it. Maybe there wasn't a person that knew how to have that conversation. You get to have that conversation now. Ask that little boy or girl if they want a hug. And as you embrace, reminding them that he or she is worthy, he or she has worth, and that you love them. And you'll be back for more conversations, but that you're grateful that he or she had that conversation with you today. And as you see that little girl or boy now getting ready to go back to whatever it was that he or she was doing, notice that his or her body is now lighter. We've removed that sense of worthlessness and have now embodied a sense of worth. And as you see that go away, the boy or girl walking away, come back to your body. And we're going to do our deep breaths. This time on the inhale, we're inhaling into every cell of our body a feeling of worth or acceptance, whatever that word was. We're integrating that into our body. So on your next breath, bringing that in, holding it, envisioning that's going through all of the cells of your body, noticing your reproductive area, kind of opening up. And then on the exhale, we're going to release any sense of unworthiness that's still in the body. So inhale in, hold it, shifting your cells, and exhale the old belief. And you're going to do this 3 times. Inhale in, hold it, exhale the old belief. Last time, inhale in the new belief, hold it, exhale the old belief. And as you do that, just feeling all of that moving through your body, wiggling your toes up, wiggling your fingers, kind of coming back into your sense of self and coming back to the present moment. You can open your eyes whenever you feel ready. That's an exercise that I like to do often. There's always the opportunity to go back and talk to your inner child. And the more that we can create a connection with the inner child and go into a state of shifting any belief that we've taken on, any trapped emotion that we've taken on, we can also release it. And so this is just a great clearing exercise that we can do to help support that. So something like that, great tool that you can go with. But when we go back to the emotions behind hormones, just understanding that we can shift that. There's other tools that each week I'm going to be sharing different tools that you can use. That's just one, but it gives that the body a chance to move some of those emotions and to create a different emotional response. So that was my focus for today. Again, you can bring in those different tools, adding in different support, some other essential oils that are great to support your body emotionally with some of those emotions. Patchouli, that one comes to mind when we're really owning our sense of self. If you're thinking of more, maybe there's some more sexual trauma, cinnamon is a good one. You can also do jasmine. You could do, trying to think of what other ones come to mind. You could do cinnamon. That's another good one. Any of the florals is a great comforting, stepping into more of that feminine. You could also do rose oil. That's another good one. And just applying it to that space. But my favorite right now is cassia and bergamot because they really focus on creating that connection and that self-acceptance. Grapefruit is another one that could be supportive. That's more for owning your body. So that is it for today. That's Mindset Monday. Hopefully you took away something there that is supportive, and we'll come back on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to give more tangible physical things that you can do to support your body hormonally. So come back for that. Have a wonderful Monday, everyone. Thanks for joining.